Alright guys, in this video I'm working with Ayrton. He is a Malinois that has a little bit of a history with reactivity with dogs. So there's some aggression there with dogs, at least from what is observed by the owners. This is my first week with him. I've been working with him on some basic obedience stuff, and this is the first time in this video that I'm exposing him to a couple of my dogs. Now, the dogs I'm exposing him to are pretty chill dogs. Jack's right here, he's 14 years old. Paisley, the little Chihuahua, is 7 years old. They're both handfuls themselves, but they're not overly exuberant dogs like the Malinois we own. This is a nice introduction to a couple of these dogs. I'm using a horse crop, which is a very flexible stick with a little leather tip at the end, and that's just to give him some tactile pressure because it is his first week. He is a big dog. I'm not using a prong collar on him. I'm not using an e-collar on him. The slip leash is really just for in case crap hits the fan and it goes really bad. Again, it's my first time exposing him to a couple of dogs, and this dog has a history of reactivity and getting very intense. So I wanted to use a tool like the slip leash that allows me to work with him without, putting a ton of pressure. The horse crop is there to give him some tactile pressure. I'm not beating him with it. You're going to see how I'm going to use it here in a moment. And I'm also using the horse crop just in case my dogs decide to get curious. If my dogs decide to get too friendly for their own good, then I can use the horse crop to keep them away as well. So I love using the horse crop when I'm sort of introducing, quote unquote, introducing my dogs to a dog that I'm working with. So it allows me to extend my reach and not have to use my hand if I have to, push dogs away. So far, I'm not seeing any issues with Ayrton. Now, this doesn't mean that the reactivity is not there. It could mean that he's not comfortable enough with me to show me those traits. And that's what dogs do. Sometimes dogs will show their owners, people they're very comfortable with, a certain set of traits that they don't show a person they're not entirely comfortable with. This is what leads some dog trainers to say things like, oh, the owner is causing the issues, and it's not the case. A lot of times the owner is not causing the issues. It's just the dog is more comfortable with the owner to show the issues and not 100% comfortable enough with the trainer. So here you saw how I used the horse crop. It's just to snap him out of that moment of focus on the other dog without having to, yank him with the prong or even with the slip leash. Just like a quick tap to let him know, hey, pay attention over here. Let's look over here. And the slip leash is just to give him some directional pressure. I'm not going to tell you that, in one session, this dog went from being reactive to this, because I will be frank with you, I've yet to see the reactivity, from the beginning. The most that he's shown me is his hackles went up. He did vocalize a little bit, but in general, he has been pretty neutral. I haven't done any introductions any more than this. And obviously, we're going to work with him more so that we can expose whatever is there. And whatever I don't see, once the owners pick up the dog, I'm going to make sure that the dog is very well versed with the owners as well. And obviously, part of our board and train package is for the dog to get daily exercise. So this dog is getting training and physical exercise daily.